9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In the vast and unpredictable world of fly fishing, two remarkable imitations emerge. The Mop Hopper, a buoyant marvel, mimicking the hapless grasshoppers that tumble into the currents, and the Mop Sculpin, a cunning bottom dweller, designed to deceive even the most cautious of trout. But tonight, something is different. With Tim deep in the wilds of New Zealand, we call upon a fresh face from the bullpen. Joining Dana at the vise, it's none other than Aaron Novlan. Together, they'll navigate the waters of TNL, bringing you another night of laughs, learning and legendary flies. Prepare yourselves, TNL fam. Grab your vises, fill your glasses, and get ready to tie. This is Thursday Night Live Fly Tying.
Oh, yeah. Go, Canada, go.
Here we are.
Dollar store came in clutch for the last minute costumes.
It did. That I was getting a little nervous on the comment board there, but
Well, we
they're
got
rolling
three.
in.
We got three. We got Facebook. It's just taking some time.
Yeah.
For the comments. Maybe nobody's watching. Maybe
What?
that's why.
Come on,
Let me
guys, it's
check
intermission.
here. Oh, yeah, we got it. It's almost intermission. We got the game on in the background so we can keep up to date on all of this. Maybe because we have the game on, we're not getting any of the comments.
Well, I don't know. We
I
could,
don't know.
but
Well,
you don't. You can cancel one TV right now and just go on one, and you get best of both worlds.
That's right. You're going to have it here all night long, folks. Just trying to check and see what's up here. We've got... All right. We've only got one comment in YouTube.
We got Jonesy, Pluey,
Right,
good to
you
see
know
you.
what to do.
Hillbilly.
You check the Facebook. I don't ever know how to get on the Facebook.
No? Let me look back here.
All right, here we go. We got some more. Mr. McKenna is on the YouTube. We got Trevor.
Oh, Kenny just rolled in.
All the good stuff. All the good stuff. There we go.
Oh,
Just
it's
takes
coming.
a little bit to populate, folks.
I know, right?
Because what is Flytoga if we don't have any racers?
Here we go.
Racers mount up. Hugh McDougall is in the house checking in. Guys, the score right now is 1-1. We missed a goal.
Where did that happen?
We missed a goal, so it is 1-1. 2 minutes left in the first period. We're going to keep tabs on that game all night.
We got you covered.
All night long. So don't fret. Don't fret. Don't fret.
I'm
Place your bets, folks. Okay, today
look at the names.
I don't know. It's just we're just gonna try it out and see some names that resound with us here at Thursday Night Live Fly Tying. I'm Dana Lattery, and this is my good friend
Aaron Novlan.
Aaron Novlan, who is filling in quite nicely.
Yep.
For Mr. New Zealand.
Mr. Kiwi.
Mr.
Gone.
Kiwi. Speaking of Kiwis, you randomly brought a bunch of Kiwis tonight.
Is it the irony in that whole thing?
That
right
was
there?
actually amazing. But if you're a first timer here, don't leave. Because we do 4 races. We do 1 minute, 25 seconds, 4 races, and 20 minutes of talking. We're going to tie some flies tonight. Tonight is the Mop
Hopper.
night. It's all moppies.
And the Mop Sculpin.
The moppy night. If you're into dirty flies, well, we've got the night for you. So make sure you stick around. But first of all, you just have to type in what you think the winning race will be. So we have community, unforgettable, success, adventure, rewarding, energy, sharing, and exclusive. So, well, you might as well pick your bets because I never win.
Well, I know. I think I've been 1 for 4 every single week here. So,
Well, you're up first.
well, we're gonna go with rewarding.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with unforgettable because I think tonight's going to be unforgettable, and the game in the background is also going to be unforgettable. So put your names. Can we root against success in the race? You can. To root against success, you just have to choose one of the other ones there. And
It was
that's what I
funny,
did.
like right off the bat, not even anyone was saying hi. They just were saying like energy. I'm
yeah.
I'm like, Dana and I are bringing energy,
Yeah,
I
we
guess.
need
And
more.
then I
Yeah,
realized
that's what I
it's
thought
the
too.
horses.
I tricked you. If Facebook is being weird, make sure you head over to YouTube because eventually Facebook is going to stop allowing live streams such as this. It's just the way they're going. So maybe tonight's the night you make a YouTube account and head over to the YouTube. But first, let's go. We got to get the first race going.
Let's get it rolling.
And what'd you pick? I picked unforgettable. You
And I
picked
got rewarding.
All right. Well,
Let's go.
What kind of beautiful
Come on.
music is this?
Oh, look. I love the characters this week, too.
Camels.
Oh.
All right, look at success is looming as exclusive sharing and energy. Oh yeah, here comes unforgettable. Could it be
Coming
the first
up.
time I win?
Coming up.
Could
Look
this
at
be
holy
the first
cow.
time
Oh, no.
I ever win?
Oh, look.
No, sharing is carrying.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, they're still going.
Well,
They actually never end.
was that just like the first furlong?
I guess it's the race that never ends.
The race of the century.
All right, and
Okay.
quickly, just like that.
It's over.
Sharing is caring. So because sharing won, I think everybody should share the YouTube feed on their Facebook page. Let their friends know that we're hanging out here tonight. Thursday Night Live, Fly Tying, Season 7, Episode 8 with Aaron and Dana tying up the mops. We're tying up the Mop Hopper and the Mop
We're
Sculpin.
going moppy tonight.
Going dirty moppy. This is Flytoga. This is for you guys to get in the comments, get the fingers warmed up, and get ready to party. And you can type them in. You can grab yourself a nice fresh beer. And we're going to be tying the Mop Hopper first. So if the Mop Hopper is all you have, Victor, get your whole kit ready. Get it
her all
dumped in the
ready.
pan. Get it ready to go. And
It's kind of
all
like counterintuitive, this one, considering we're doing one that's going to float all day and one that's riding low.
But there's a secret to why this one's going to
There
float all
is.
day. And Sketchy will probably go over that. We also heard back from Baldy Bob, so I'm sure he's got a good story today, too.
Bob's little introduction to telling us what's going on tonight was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, Bob is always on it. He's always one step ahead. So, again, I'm going to go with unforgettable because this night's going to be unforgettable.
And this night's going to be rewarding as well. So
you're
we're
gonna go
going
with
with
rewarding.
we're
All
going
right.
to.
All right, Roger's going to try sharing this time around. You know, sharing is caring. That's what they always say. But here we go. 3,
And
2, 1, and
off.
they're off.
Come on. Let's go rewarding. You got it. Oh, it's a slow one out of the gates. They're kind of neck and neck.
I don't worry about it. Unforgettable is going to come up in the back.
Oh, Adventure's got it there.
Energy.
Oh,
look
there
at
they go.
exclusives coming in hot.
Going in real hot.
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Oh,
Exclusive
yeah.
energy. And look how pumped exclusive
Look-
is.
look,
I'm
they
not
just
sure
keep
what
going.
he's doing. I'm not sure what exclusive's doing to the back of the camel there, but that's kind of somehow how it goes. We
Right
got two
through.
more races. We got 2 more races. So it looks like exclusive and sharing now are neck and neck at the top of the race.
There's
I
the
still
lineup.
have yet to win a race yet.
I know. Well, maybe
But,
you got to
but I'm gonna stick with unforgettable because I believe that is what is gonna be happening tonight.
All right. Well, it's going to be unforgettable, and we're going to have much success.
You're gonna go for success.
We're going to change her up.
Pauly D is going adventure times 3. Like myself, not giving up on the adventure camel. Elaine Lee's going for adventure.
I like
Adventure.
Adventure.
All right, success
Adventure.
again. Community, energy, sharing is caring. Most importantly, folks, we got 2 more races to go, and we're going to get off to the races in 3, 2, 1.
go.
Camels off.
Oh, who's it going to be? Come on, everyone. Root.
Root. Here we go. Why does Unforgettable always stay near the bottom?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
believe the sand is deeper there. And it's always reward. Did you choose rewarding? No.
No, I took success.
No.
We should have stayed. Look at
exclusive.
Oh, here comes. Oh,
yeah.
Rewarding for the third.
Rewarding exclusive success. Unforgettable. You know what?
I just like how they run it out after. They just keep going.
You know what I'm going to do? Because these guys, I think the sand is deeper on the bottom of the screen.
Are we switching it?
I just shuffled them around.
There we go.
I have the ability to shuffle them around.
Sand.
I don't even know. Is this the 5th episode we've been racing?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm really far behind. I've not won one single heat.
Yeah, did races start on 3 or 2? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They should have never started. Joel Souther's in the house. Gary Durfee is still going with sharing.
Scooter's
Eli's
in.
with energy. And Jill Dooley is going for adventure again. I guess we're all stubborn as it is. I see. We'll be here all night,
Joel,
folks.
yeah.
Watching the game. The game's in the background. Canada and the USA.
Sipping suds, watching hockey, tying flies. That's what today's about.
That's what it's about. And 0 wins so far. Hillbilly is just like me. Okay, folks, get them in because the race button is going to get pressed in 5. Who are you going with?
We are going to go with sharing tonight, right now, for last race.
Unforgettable. I am not backing down. Ken, don't give up on trying to guess. That sounds like a bad attitude. So more
Right
importantly,
there.
what I need you to do is just let's go.
All
Here
right,
we go now.
here we go.
Up and again. The camels are off.
Come on.
Are these one
Come
hump
on.
camels or
We gotta
two
get-
hump camels?
I don't know.
I don't know, but Adventure exclusive is beating Adventure and Energy, bringing up the energy again. Energy is.
There it comes.
I think I'm done.
Yep.
Like, where is Unforgettable?
And Sharon just dropped off.
Look at Unforgettable.
Here he goes.
Wasn't
Last
even
push.
in,
0 for 4 tonight.
you too?
Yep.
But look at Unforgettable. They weren't even in the screen.
I know, right?
So bad.
Yeah.
So sad. Well, folks, we want to know, how did you do? 0 for 4, 1 for 4. Did anybody go 4 for 4? And most importantly, let us know where you're from, what you're drinking, and we're going to be right back. We just want to say thanks to the awesome sponsors who help make this show. Look at my camera. It's focusing on the guy behind me. Stop doing that.
Are you blurring out?
He's not really there.
Innovation is in our DNA here at Fishpond, and this year we're raising the bar. From the brand new Storm Shadow line with industry-first weather resistance to new Nomad Net models crafted for any application. Built for every mile, the entire line is crafted for the rugged demands of adventure travel to the ease of everyday angling. Head on over to fishpondusa.com to find a dealer near you.
Joy is who you share it with.
Oh.
Alrighty, it's time to that time. It's that time for roll call. There's the Mop Hopper. There's the Mop Sculpin.
There's the two that we're doing tonight.
Dirty mops that people don't really want to say are flies, kind of like worms. So we're going to tie a couple. We're going to tie one that hopefully floats for a really long time, and we're going to tie one that hopefully sinks and wiggles down low in the bottom, just like the Sculpins
Just like
do.
the Sculpies.
I want to say hi to you guys. We got Scotty Borschelt. He's in Detroit drinking a PBR, one eye on the hockey. We got the hockey in the background and one eye on TNL. Roger's got 2 basketball games, one
And
hockey game, and TNL.
Brain
on
overload.
overload. Well, we don't expect you guys to tie tonight because right after the show, the quick ties are going to come out just after all of the sporting events are done. So if you can hold off that long, well, you're just going to hang out and learn some keen tying tips from Mr. Novlan tonight as he takes you through these 2 flies. But we do understand there's a lot going on. We're going to keep you focused on the game. And one eye on the fly.
There we go.
One eye on the
Mike
fly.
just asked, hey, have you guys ever fished a mop on the bow? And I can't say I've never fished a hopper on the bow.
I've had clients fish mop flies. Like they say to me, this is the greatest fly on the planet, and it works everywhere. And you know, when those tough fishing days,
Yeah?
it doesn't work.
No.
Nope. Sure doesn't.
Yeah, but the bow is a beast in itself, so.
Yeah, so that's the irony in the whole thing is it doesn't work. There's no couch tonight, folks. It is over there and lonely as albeit, but we do have some special stuff on the baking cam.
It is looking dark over there on the couch.
It is. It's lonely. It's like, is there no bubble gum on the couch? If you want to sit on the couch, folks, it's open. You just got to kind of let us know before the day of, because if it's booked or taken, then, well, it is. But yeah, reach out. Let us know. You're always welcome to come sit on the couch.
There's always room for 2 up there.
2. And if you know each other well, then 3 is the magic number because that has happened before.
We've seen 3.
What thread should everybody get ready
Well,
for the
we
flies?
are going to be starting out with the UTC 140. And actually, we're going to be using it for both flies. And because we're dealing with green and green,
all of those.
you know, you can go with a straight olive. I've got an olive brown here. And I think those would be good selections. If you wanted to mix it up on either one with the Mop Hopper, you could even go with a chartreuse or like a real bright green. Not that yellowy green, but and with the Mop Hopper Sculpin, a black would work, the olive would work,
works.
white, and throw a
Take
Sharpie
felt.
on it.
You can do pink, add some contrast in your
You
fly.
could. You could actually even, you could hot collar the Mop Sculpin, and that
100%.
would work good too.
That's the stuff that you have to get out of your head is that there's rules. There's no rules.
Not with fly tying.
It's just tying flies and fishing. And if it works, do it more. And if it doesn't work, then also do it more just to make sure it doesn't work.
I think recipes
sage
are meant to be
advice?
played with, right?
Meant to be broke. Just like every great recipe in baking, folks, you always add your little piece of whatever. Learn to be flexible with the materials. And that's just kind of how fly tying is great again, is when we don't get all arrogant about being so specific on those materials.
Even tonight, when you research the 2 patterns, there's different materials
and ways to tie them. And
exactly. So the kits that we packed with you are set up with one way. We might talk about some other materials
Absolutely.
that you might be able to use to
change
contrast, size.
I was even thinking remember those dragon tails or remember how those used to be a fad like 8 years ago?
Yeah.
For pike. I mean, great. Tie it. Get it on one. You got it. It's the same idea.
Exactly.
It's the same idea. Jill Dooley is drinking Maker's Mark and she's in Missouri. Tamara should have stopped by. Was it? Well, yeah, there's couches sitting right here. John Miller, Michigan, drinking NyQuil for my cold.
Oh,
John.
Did you ever hear that Dennis Leary bit?
With?
Capital. You just bring that one up. I don't know if I could say it on the show.
All right, well, we'll talk about it in commercial. We just had a commercial, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
If you're bored this weekend, the Outdoor Boat and Sportsman Show is going down, and our friends at Hyde are on their way up. They're probably here by now. You can find us hanging out at the Hyde Drift Boats booth. Come and check out a couple brand new boats that are going into the Fly Fishing Boat Outfitters Quiver this
Did I hear
summer.
that maybe your boat is down there?
Might
on
be my
show?
boat. Might be my boat. Might be down there. Jordan's new boat might be down there.
Yeah.
And they both turned out as so did your boat. We could have had 10.
We could have a lot of boats down there.
Come down, check it out. See what Hyde Drift Boats is all about. That'd be super awesome. Zach Peck is just jamming the Kopi.
Yep.
And that's good too.
Fly Fisher 54, hammering some kokanee.
Yeah. Kokanee and clam in the balmy Dutchess, Alberta.
There we go.
It is balmy.
Huh.
It is good. It has gotten.
How was that wake up this
minus
morning?
43 yesterday when I went to the gym. And this morning it was like minus 12. And when I got out of the gym, it was minus 5. And throughout the day, it got up to 5. We're talking Celsius, folks. So 5 degrees Celsius would be like 37, 40,
Yeah.
42. It's warm. Minus 43. It's minus 43 Fahrenheit. They kind of match up at the end there.
But like take wind chill out of the factor to do
Yeah,
a
it's just-
35-degree weather change in less than 24 hours.
Well,
Crazy.
I mean, the wind chill is the weather. Like,
Duh, I
unless
guess
you're
so,
out there
yeah.
hiding with a shield or something. But,
Yeah.
Mr. McKenna, Guadalupe River Trout Unlimited Trout Fest, Texas this weekend. Huge.
That sounds like a
expo.
fun.
Huge expo. Oh, man, I just saw he got his camper
Yeah.
trailer painted like a brook trout pattern.
Oh,
and
sweet.
that is so good. I
Bet you
like
that's
it.
popping.
Jeff Crap. Ken Kutch, great for most nights, but this night it's a little more electric. Well, that's great. It's great to hear.
Definitely shorts weather, Cole.
I don't know it is shorts this weekend. Anyways, just got a call from Baldy Bob, and he's jonesing to let you guys know what, where, and how, and when, and what the hell Bob's been up to. So let's throw it over to Bob.
Let's
We'll come
roll to
back.
Bob.
We are going to come back. We're going to do beer 30. Try some beers. We're going to check in on let's check in on the baking cam right now.
Yeah,
actually,
let's
'cause
hit that.
I get so excited what Maggie's got us from Black Steak Bakery.
Black Stag. I always love seeing this whole
moment.
process.
I did something. I would like to turn the music down because
Oh, I know. I just want to listen. That could put you to sleep.
oh no.
Look how that dough is just all rolled out.
Dough upon butter.
I think that's what I love. Croissants.
Where did you come up with croissants?
I don't know, but I just when I hear dough and butter, I think it's croissants.
Oh, maybe it's not croissants. I don't know. Look at the process. Just roll it out.
Maybe it's shortbread.
Maybe it's shortbread. I doubt it. Maybe it's just butter dough. Maybe we're just gonna eat some butter dough.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never baked, so I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, you've eaten lots though.
I have eaten lots.
Look at the process. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of folding going on here.
Oh, it's
Precise measurements
that's what baking
Rolling.
is.
and measuring. This is true of. This is the baking cam with Black Steak Bakery.
Look at those perfect squares.
I know. This, and chocolate.
It's looking very pastry right now.
We're going to go from somebody who takes a lot of pride in their work. We're going to pause it there. And we're going to go check on Bob.
Let's go see Bob.
Somebody who doesn't take a lot of pride in their work. All right, folks, let's check in with Bob. Tell us in the comments. On a scale of 1 to 5. How much do you look forward to seeing Bob every week? 5 being a lot. 1 being Go USA Go.
Who would buy a book?
Hey there, folks. It's your old pal, your new pal, your best pal, Baldy Bob. I know. You thought, hey, he's probably still down south, recovering from his unfortunate experience with the San Juan worm, but oh no, I'm back in Canada. Good as new. Nothing. I don't even feel any pain, except for the occasional night terror about Red Chanel. Anyways, after some serious soul searching and a brief ban from all-you-can-eat shrimp, I know, I decided to switch careers. That's right, now I'm officially a mop salesman now. Yep, Bob's Best Mops, from floors to doors. We've got your chores covered. But here's the thing, folks. Business has been booming, and I don't know why. I thought I'd be selling mops to janitors and bowling alleys, maybe to the occasional sloppy eater. But no, my biggest buyers are the fly shops. I mean, it's crazy. I go in thinking they just want to keep the floors clean after a long day of dealing with soggy waiters. But every time I drop off a shipment, these guys just giggle like the kids who found Dad's secret candy stash and whisper something about hot new patterns. Yeah, I don't get it. I even tried to educate them, and I said, listen, fellas, mop is for spills, leaks, and unfortunate soup-related incidents. Then they just winked at me and ordered another 100. Yeah, so naturally, I started snooping, and I figured maybe there's just some underground mop cleaning racket going on. Maybe they're using them to clean up after a rogue salmon run in the break room. But then, I see it. Right there, in the vise. A big, fluffy chunk of mop tied to a hook. And that's when it hit me. Yeah, they're fishing with my mops. Folks, you're telling me all these years I've been out there spending hundreds on fancy materials, exotic feathers, imported dubbing, and I could have just been ripping up my mom's kitchen mop and tying flies. Worst of all, nobody told me. Well, joke's on them. From now on, I'm raising my prices. No more Bob's Best Mops. From now on, they're limited edition premium mop fly materials. Yep, $50 per strand. Called Baldy Bob's Magic Mops. Yep, and while we're at it, anyways, have you had a chance to get your Flyingo card? No, what? No! What are you waiting for? Get in the game, people! I've already lost out too much, not knowing what's going on. Don't let it happen to you. Yeah, I'm Bob. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
It's Beer Friday! Join Dana and Tim as they sip, savor, and sometimes suffer craft beer adventures.
And Tim and Dana tonight are Tim
And
is
Aaron.
gone. Dana, I'm Dana, and Aaron, just in case you forgot. Oh, the good stuff. Bob's always coming up with fun ideas each week.
His stories just get better and better every week. And
I don't know where- I
I'm
don't
ready
know.
to buy the book actually at the end of this season.
Yeah,
The story,
Bob
the
writes
Stobbs
a
of
book.
Bories.
Bob, the
The Bobbies of stories.
Bob's stories, and he's actually very clever the way he adapts to seemingly our show.
I know.
He's always promoting Flyingo because Bob knows what it's like to be left out.
Yeah.
Sad guy. Make sure you get your Flyingo cards. What do we have for Flyingo gifts?
Tonight on Flyingo, what do we have?
They're all right there, Mr. Guy. Mr. Guy.
We've got a beautiful fly box.
with a dozen tungsten beadhead jig nymphs
I got to get used to this.
and a dozen dry flies. A double-sided fly box from your friends at Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitters.
Our beautiful sponsors at Fishpond.
Fishpond, that's a beautiful hat.
It's a gorgeous hat, actually.
Oh,
An
those
excellent fly pucks. They're so fabulous.
FishpondUSA.com/TNL. Check it out. Grab yourself some fly pucks because those things are game changer in your fly box, in your fly compartment place.
Who doesn't need a new
Pro
set of
nippers.
nippers?
Pro nippers from your friends at Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitters. And
a sticker package.
Look at all the
that
sticker
is
packs.
just loaded.
And I do have a secret for tonight.
You always got
I
a
have a
secret
secret.
every night.
I have a secret.
And last but not least,
wow.
other than maybe the secret,
Yeah.
a new Sunny.
Sunny, honey.
That's
All right.
a great little package tonight.
I got a secret when we start Flyingo, but I'll tell you at Flyingo when we get started. So,
Captain
anyways,
Clutch doesn't work anymore.
oh no, it always works. It always works, and it's actually about Captain Clutch, and it's about our great friends and TNL fam. So the first beer that we're gonna try tonight is Orange Avenue Wit.
Never been a witty, but I'm excited for this.
Because Tim's not here to memorize everything, it's a ABV of 5.2%, an IBU of 15, and it's a wit beer. A wit beer. Wit beer. It's a refreshing Belgian style wheat beer brewed with orange zest and coriander, giving it a light citrus kick with a crisp, slightly spicy finish. That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah.
And what does it pair well with? Well, a
pairs-
mop hopper. Just like
There we go.
grasshoppers tumbling into the water, this beer is light, airy, and full of zest, making it the perfect match for fishing late summer hatches when trout are crushing topwater flies. It sounds like the perfect beer for a night like tonight when, ironically, we're tying the Mop Hopper.
Right there.
All right, let's try.
Here
From
we go.
Coronado, California. San Diego, California.
That's actually really good.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah. Nice, smooth.
That spicy finish, I don't know what they're actually talking about.
I don't even have that.
Bit of a scrum in the game,
Oh.
I could try another one. Try another drink.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the spice, but it's real nice and light.
Man, that's on the river, like
Going
that's
down.
almost
Dangerous.
Okay, hear me out.
Yeah.
Almost tastes like an orange Gatorade type idea.
If you think about it, it's there. It does. It pops in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not quite Summit Red, but
No. And if you took like a garnish or like a twist of blood orange into that,
needs a bit.
Yeah.
But truthfully, very easy to drink, and I have time to rank it.
Well, you can throw up. Here you go. I was just gonna say that actually.
Were you?
It's a 4.
We're gonna throw down a 4.
Yeah.
44s.
Yeah.
All right, Orange
That's-
Ave Wit. You guys rock. That is a good beer, guys. Check it out if you have a chance to go get it. Mr. Ritzko said it was a good one.
Was this on Ritzky's
Spice
original?
is at the bottom of the can. Maybe we didn't.
If you're online right now, whoever suggested this one, good call for the show.
Maybe the spice is there. Let's see. He said it's at the bottom of the can.
Oh. Yeah, we're not shaking them usually.
I just got better, actually. Like, yeah, that's good. That's a good beer,
I can see that the spice might settle down there, so you got to pour that whole thing in.
depending on what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna come back
right.
in a bit. Maybe try another beer here at Beer 30. But for now, that's the orange Ave Wit. We're going to get ready to tie.
Oh, I can't wait.
We're going to get ready to tie the Mop Hopper. But first, we must get buggy with it. So hold tight. And let's check out what Sketchy has to say.
Let's see what
See if
Sketchy.
he's got any more color to him because of all the learning that he's done. Feel free to ask questions about the Mop Hopper and all things moppy. All
All
right.
right, Dana. I gotta ask. I know a thing or two about materials, but that thing that Aaron's gonna tie for us tonight, it looks like a sponge. Are we fly fishing, or are we trying to drain the whole river?
Sketchy. Relax, man. It's called the Mop Hopper. But no, it's definitely not going to soak up the entire river.
Are you sure? You tie a few of these, you drop them in the bow, and the next thing you know, bam, we're fly fishing in the desert. I can hear the news right now. Bull River mysteriously vanishes overnight, and the local angler to blame.
Well, that's where the secret weapon comes in, called Flyingo.
Fly what now?
It's Flyingo, Sketch. It's a special floating that soaks into the mop material, keeping this fly floating like a champ all day long.
So let me get this straight. It absorbs water, but then you put this magic potion on it, and suddenly it's hydrophobic and it's floating forever.
Exactly.
Dina, you know what this means? You've just created the perfect sponge. Now, we could be rich.
The perfect sponge that doesn't soak up any water. I don't know, Sketch. Maybe we should just go fish.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're right. Oh, I guess that's a good option too, but if the river disappears, I'm blaming you.
Oh, Sketch, he's a funny one. Sketch. Beautiful. Sketch is beautiful.
He's getting all colored up.
He's getting all colored up. Got nice today. Got a little bit of a tan.
Getting learned.
All right, so what I thought I would talk to you guys about here on Getting Buggy
With Dana.
I brought the music down a little bit so we could all just kind of shake it off. And just kind of feel the Mop Hopper and how it goes down. Because Mop Hopper, I couldn't figure out where it came from. But I just gave you a little brief history here that I fast forwarded through so quick you'll never be able to read it. But the Mop Hopper is a modern twist on the classic grasshopper imitation, utilizing mop material to create an ultra buoyant, highly visible, and an incredibly durable terrestrial pattern. While mop flies have been around for years in the nymph form, as we talked about earlier, the Mop Hopper.
Uh-oh.
No. Oh. The Mop Hopper takes advantage of the unique material. Come on, Dana. Get it together, buddy. They have the unique material to mimic the segmented body and the buoyancy of a real grasshopper. The exact origins of the Mop Hopper are hard to trace, but its effectiveness has made it a staple in late summer fly boxes. The mop tentacles absorb the water slightly, helping the fly sit naturally low in the surface film, just like a struggling hopper in the current. Has anybody in here actually thrown a hopper in the water and watched it struggle? It's pretty impressive, but yet we try to fish these patterns that are so proud and way off the water because we can see them. And then sometimes we're like, they're just not eating hoppers. But then maybe the Mop Hopper or the Dave's Hopper came in our fly kit and we're like, and now I know I must fish something that is more subtle. Something that sits a little more into the film of the river. So just a little bit about grasshoppers. They're not bugs that are in the river. They're not underwater aquatic insects, but they do have a little bit of a life cycle. They got a little bit of an egg stage, and they got a bit of a, what we'll call loosely a nymph stage, and they'll have an adult stage. And because you'll hear those baby young grasshoppers okay, and you're like, it must be hopper season. I hear the grasshoppers. But the trick of this is they have not developed their wings. So although they could be eaten and fall in the river, yes, that's very much true. But what happens on something like this, if I remember my slides correctly, as we move to the next slide, that's not the slide I wanted. But anyways, they start to fly, jump, and they fall in the river. Okay. They hang on the tall grass by the river. Because why does tall grass grow beside the river? Why does the green grass go all around and around? Because the water source of the river helps this grass grow really tall, which is a great spot for grasshoppers because they were named after grass. That's why they're called grasshoppers. And they like to eat the grass. And they become vulnerable. And when they get their wings, they get risky. So I think you just have to understand that there's a few ways to fish a grasshopper. A dead drift, like we do most often. A skate and a twitch. Now remembering they don't move very well in the water. So don't slam that fly off the bank and just strip it to the boat like a streamer. Although, funny story, one time a client cast a hopper to the bank and there was a bunch of weeds kind of on the top surface of the water, and he started stripping it back into the boat. Well, the weeds kind of pulled around the hopper and it started gliding through the water. And this enormous brown trout came up and started following this weed bed back to the boat, right? Like it thought it was like, you know, and that's why sometimes we overthink things. The fish are just reactionary. And so yeah, skating, twitching, or a dropper rig, hopper dropper, you're fishing it. So you're kind of nymphing because you're kind of going for that dropper. Now I beg you to try something like this. If you're not getting any hits on the hopper and you tend to get most of them on the dropper, let's cut the dropper off because sometimes fish will reject the hopper because it sits a little different with that dropper, or they come up and they touch the dropper. And so ask yourself, do we want to see hopper eats? If you want to see hopper eats, take the dropper off. If you just want to catch fish by fishing hopper dropper because that's your thing, the fish hopper dropper, and you still get eats and you still get fish below. But to truly go for it, take the dropper off and see how it goes. Another way some people do is they fish a drowned hopper. How do you do that? Well, you just put it under an indicator, put a little bit of weight on it, and it's like you're nymphing, but it's a hopper because they do drown in the mountain streams. That might be something to write down. How should you present the mopper hopper chopper? Mopper hopper? You can slam it. Slappy. Just slap it on the water. Another funny story. We had this big brown trout sipping on blue wings. No, it wasn't blue wings. Because it was August.
Caddis?
No. Doesn't matter. I don't want to tell that secret. And we tried everything. I sucked. I couldn't find the fly, and I said, "All right, let's get back to the hoppers and let's get going." And then just as we started going, I looked and he started cycling again, and I was like, "Cast it at him!" And Buddy cast it at him, and the fish came up like this and down, and his hopper hit here, and we were like, "Oh no!" We were 3 seconds too late, and it slapped the water, and this fish turned around and blew up on his hopper. And that tells you an aggressive presentation sometimes might do the trick. But if they're kind of feeding in the back eddies, well, the delicate cast presenting, you don't want to spook them and whatever, might be your friend. But I would start with the delicate cast before the aggressive cast. Because once you scare the fish out of there, that's it. That's all.
Yep.
Friends. All right, and the next slide kind of looks like this.
But that slap on the water,
called a pro tip.
That's
huge. That's huge. You can slap it at their tail, and they'll turn around and turn and burn.
Yeah.
So the Mop Hopper is a modern take on classic terrestrial patterns, combining buoyancy, durability, and visibility into one high-performing fly. Whether you're fishing grassy banks, windy rivers, or late-season waters, this is a must-have fly when grasshoppers are on the menu. And I'm going to pass this over to Aaron. Everybody,
There we are.
put your hands together for Mr. Aaron Novlan.
Howdy, folks. This is so good to be tied in front of you guys today. That was, by the way, great Cole's notes you did this week on. I mean, they're good every week, but
Good.
that was
Good to hear.
That
You
was
loved
that was great. We're gonna get this mic out of the way.
All right.
Move to that mic. Oh, there we go. So today we got for you the Mop Hopper. And as you can see right there, he is a beautiful little fly.
First note, everybody loves your fingertips.
Oh yeah,
Already an improvement.
there we go. I polished them all up for you guys. All right, so like we said, what we're gonna do, you're gonna go into your kit. First of all, when you bought your Season 7 kit, go. You're gonna open that up. And we're on to number 8 right there. And let's look inside.
This music is like
It is. I'm loving it. It's
a
like
beautiful
a jazzy.
day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day. Who is that? Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers.
You are Mr. Rogers.
It is Mr. Rogers.
Season
All right,
7?
let's grab our Mop Hopper kit out of there. This is going to be tied on a size number 8. And that's going to be like a size 8 nymph hopper hook or a streamer hook. What I like about anything with foam, I don't really like using a dry fly hook. And do you know why I'd sooner prefer a heavy hook, Dana?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, when this hit, that heavier hook is going to help it actually upright better on the water than if you use a light hook. I find when you tie any kind of foam patterns on a lighter hook, you get more of that, it flopping on the side, upside down, and you're throwing a bunch of mends in there to try to upright it. Where on that heavy hook, it's gonna land more times than not the way you want that to be sitting. So you're gonna grab your materials out of that. We're gonna drop that out. We're gonna get our size 8 hook put in. See how that looks. Oh, that looks pretty good. And in that material kit, you're gonna have 2 colors of foam. You're gonna have your poly yarn.
Somebody said your mom loves your hairdo and your manicured nails. I think it was your dad.
Well, there we go. The, had to grow out the hair for Hockey Night in Canada tonight. So, you're gonna grab your mop material. And we've got our rubber legs. And I think that's all we're gonna do. So we are gonna get started with our UTC 140 in brown. And tonight we are tying on the Raid Zap bobbin. This is a really super cool bobbin. When you get it, it comes with, and this is, they're not sponsored or anything like that. I just we're always tying on, some of the auto bobbins and stuff like that with the Norvise, but this is a super cool bobbin. When you get it, it comes with 2 different heads. Right here, you get the shorter one for tying like trout flies and stuff like that, and then you actually get a predator head. And then this right here actually moves so you can adjust.
Can't see it.
Oh, there we go. You can adjust that for the length that you want. And it's made out of carbide steel, and they say it actually helps wick the heat away better.
Aaron.
It helps wick the heat away and keeps your thread durability a little bit more. Anyways, it's a pretty smooth bobbin, and if you got a bobbin out there that you love, throw it up on the board. Anyways, we're gonna get this fly started for you guys. So, we finally reached the day and age where I need the Hubble telescope glasses for tying flies now. Yeah, that's just the way she goes, so.
Switch them up.
Whoa, look at that. Okay, so let's start our thread right behind the eye. And we're gonna give that tag a trim off. And we're gonna go right down.
Do you always trim it or do you ever just jerk it?
Sometimes I jerk, but I like to trim.
Just,
I don't know.
Do you ever just jerk it off?
It's just trim is nice. All right, so
Those glasses are
I know,
fine.
right? Aren't they fire? And everything is blurry out there, but everything is just beautiful right here. Okay, so we got a tiny little thread base going on along there right now. And I want you guys to go into your mop material here, and we're gonna look for the longest, for your first one here tonight, let's look for the longest and the best fiber.
What
got
happens
off of
if somebody has questions or they blow up their thread?
If they blow
or
up their
they need
thread,
help?
don't forget you got SOS handy there for you, and you can SOS away. We will stop, slow down, and wait for you to catch up and help out with any questions that you got. All right, so that being said, oh, and I forgot to mention, these two flies tonight, the super glue. It is imperative for these flies this week. So if you don't have any super glue, then I guess you're waiting to do the quick ties. If you do have your super glue, rock and roll, let's get at her. So, and the Zap-A-Gap, this is my favorite, especially the brush on stuff. So, let's take our super glue. We're gonna take one just tiny little drop at the back there. And what that's gonna allow us to do is secure this mop material in place. So when you're putting this mop material on, we're not doing a hook length back or anything like that. I kind of look like a quarter of the back there, all right? So it's just that little abdomen sticking out right about there. So we're gonna put that right up on that glue. We'll do a gathering wrap. We'll lock that into place. And that super glue is gonna get it on there real nice. Okay. Now we're gonna just bulk up this material, and make sure that's covered nicely. And we're gonna see where that's gonna come back down. So we'll bring, and see, sometimes with this mop material, you might come right up close to the eye, and if that's good, you're gonna just trim it down, and then you'll build a kind of a ramping taper up to about 2 eye lengths back, and that's where you're gonna wanna leave your thread. This one just seemed to be a shorter one out of the whole thing, but that's no problem. We've got a nice little thread base on there, so now we're gonna grab our super glue again, and we're gonna generously coat all of this right up. And then we're gonna fold our mop material down onto that, pressing it. Getting stuff on your fingers as well. And we're gonna lock that into place. There we go, we got the mop body on there.
Mop body.
Mop body, nice little abdomen coming out on the back of it there. All right, now we're gonna move on to our foam. All right, so with our foam, we are going to take that long piece of green foam that we got. We are gonna, oh, there we go, tie game.
It's a tie game.
Let's take that foam. We're gonna measure out a hook length of that foam, and then we're gonna fold it over. Making sure that's nice.
Sorry.
That's all good. That's what we're here for. We're tying and watching hockey. And if you miss something here, you can SOS or just go back on the quick ties. It's all good. Okay, so we got that folded over. Where it's folded over, we're just gonna kind of take a look, and we're gonna measure it out like right behind the eye, and we're gonna see where that comes back on this abdomen section back here. And we want it to be kind of just past the hook bend. So that looks pretty good right there. So we're gonna trim that off. Nice and flush. And it's gonna look like that. Okay. Now we got a little trick for the back end here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your scissors and we're gonna cut up on an angle, but we're keeping the scissor points underneath where that top bend is. And what it's gonna do is kind of put a little triangle shape in there. So I'll show you guys. I'll come up here and I just stay right under it. And now when you unfold it, it should look like that. And now when you measure that out on your body, that sits just nice on that abdomen right there. Okay, everyone still with us? Perfect. Okay, next we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our super glue and we are putting a little glue on either end of that foam. And I wish I had a top camera right now, but we don't. But as you guys can see, so what I've done is I've taken glue. I gotta get, there we go. And I'll put some glue here and glue on this end. That back triangle cut is going in the back over here. And we are gonna line this up. And our thread is left at that about 2 eye lengths back. And then we're gonna pinch these two together. Kind of keeping them straight there. So they're lined up. There we go. And that's looking pretty good. And then we're gonna take our first wrap to build the head segment. One loose. Second one, pull down a little bit. And then we're gonna make a cross wrap to do the next section. Up and over. And just pull down a little bit. And there we go. We got a nice start to a hopper body going on right here. Now you guys don't have to do it now, you could do it later on, but while we're here, let's put some eyes on this. So grab your black Sharpie, little dot there, little dot there, and we're starting to build some life on this. All right, so we've got our 2 segments, tail. That foam came over real nice. It's just underneath there, as you guys can see. And what we need next is some legs that are gonna go on. But before we do the legs, we're gonna do a tiny little dubbing noodle on here with some of this olive dubbing. And what that's gonna allow is the legs to sit real nice on the first section right here. So let's grab just a little bit. You want about an inch and a half dubbing noodle. And it's not super thick. It's nice and smooth, slim. We're spinning in. We gotta cue it, right? One direction.
Wait! I was watching the game!
I know you're watching the game. Gotta keep you on your toes over there.
Were you dubbing something?
Yeah, we were doing a little dubbing noodle right here.
Quick question. Can you go both ways, or how's the best way to
I think the
dub it?
best way is to go in one direction.
That's what makes you beautiful.
There we go. On cue. All right. Yeah. So we got a nice thin dubbing noodle there, and it's about 1.5 inches long, and we're gonna go around this back section right here, and that's gonna help keep our legs. All right, now we're onto the leg part. It looks like a lot, but I think this is actually like a lot less than the Dancin' Ricky that we had. This is a little easier actually, I feel, than a Dancin' Ricky. So let's grab our legs. So for the back legs, we actually want to break these off in into 2s. Exactly what we did with the Dancin' Ricky, and we're putting that that joint in there, right? So let's break off our 2. I like using my bodkin. You know, Tim likes using his scissors, but whatever works. And then we're gonna need 2 singles as well, so we might as well break that off, get those done, peeled. Shame on you. All right. So we got our 2 singles and we got our 2 doubles. So for the hind legs, let's do that overhand knot to make that joint on there. These are sometimes tricky to get them through. There we go. And that should look like that. And we'll do the next one. Same thing. And we got that nice little kink to them, which is great. All right, so let's put our back legs on here. So the back legs.
Just hold tight.
Yeah. What do we got?
Just like people are posting their pics of like fly tying and hockey.
I love it.
I see them up there. You guys just tag us in those.
Yeah.
Let us know. Hockey and fly tying.
The 2 greatest things ever.
Some ASMR.
That's right. All right, guys. So we're going to attach these legs now on. So with hopper legs, I kind of like that elbow up at a 45, right? So we're going to put that on kind of at a 45-degree angle. And that back elbow joint is going to be kind of right at the back of that foam. We'll put the first one in, one nice little gathering wrap, securing wrap, and we can just kind of twist that, make sure we've got the angle that we want. And I also like to leave just a little bit of a tag to wrap in, catch it on that next segmentation right there. Back just okay. First one in, next one in. Same idea. Kind of line up and make sure they're looking kind of even where they are. Perfect. And we're going to take one more. And there we are. Legs are locked in. And we're going to split those up. We're going to see which ones look good at the end of the fly. And then we're going to cut off, make sure just to cut off the one that you want to keep. All right. We're now going to cross back over to that segmentation. So you're going to almost have like an X wrap right there. And we're going to go around the next spot. And then we're going to fold those 2 tags from those legs forward. And we're going to gather those and lock them into place. And we'll go one more to grab that there. And if one's a little bit longer,
D's got a great thing
you can.
here.
What's that?
He said just a pair of cheap tweezers separated the legs super easy. And
there you go.
It made tying the knees easy.
Nice.
So would it be the bee's knees or the grasshopper's knees?
It would be the.
Either way, it's easy.
What about the tweeze knees?
Tweeze knees.
Okay, guys, we are almost there. That easy. Now we got to have some front legs on that. And what I like about with the 2 going across there is the 2 legs that are together off of these. You actually are going to line up your next legs right on to that tie-in spot with those other ones, and it helps actually situate them real nice on the fly. So we got the one on that side. And it's just a light wrap, and that way you can move them right onto there. And then we're gonna pinch those legs, and we're gonna do one more wrap to get those kind of secured. There we go. Now we got 2 things left for you guys, and then we are wrapping this up after we got the poly yarn for the wing, and we've got our cider foam, and she is done. So here we go. Poly wing time. We want that to extend roughly right to the back of the foam. Measure that out. Give it a little trim. And we can always trim this. So let's lock that into place. Come in, one gathering wrap. Two gathering wraps. And we can actually then trip on the front tag of that stuff. And then we're gonna fold that back, take a look, give that a little trim right there. And now don't worry about that sticking right up like that, because our piece of orange cider is gonna help flatten that right down. This doesn't have to be very big. Probably take this about as big as maybe that first head segment, maybe 3 eye lengths. And you can always trim that after too.
Or if you have a hole punch, you can just crush out a bunch of orange discs.
There you go.
That works wonderful too.
Yeah. So here we go. Let's place that right in the middle. Let's come over once. Nice loose wrap. Twice. Keeping an eye and splitting those legs. And now we're gonna just pull down to secure that in. Not too tight because you don't want to break your thread. And that should sit nice just like that. And there we are. Now we got to finish the fly off here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our glue again. We're gonna put a dab right in the middle of that cider. I'm gonna draw the thread through once and twice, and that's gonna lock that, that's gonna bring that glue right down into it. So even if you whip finish here, which is gonna draw a few more through, and that's all you're gonna need is just a couple. Finish that off, bring it down like that. Let's give her a little snippy snip. Oh, I see a tasty being poured. And now we're just gonna trim our legs out here. So the front legs on a hopper, they don't need to be crazy long. Maybe a hook shank. We're gonna just, that looks pretty good there. This next one.
I gotta say.
Give it a little trim. And that's good.
That looks really good.
Does it?
Not just pretty good. That looks really good.
See, I'm all blurry up there with my glasses
Well, maybe
right
you
now.
wanna take-
So
you may wanna
I'll
take them
off
off.
here instead. Last but not least,
I'd
let's
eat it.
split our black back legs here.
Oh, Scooter said we get all the good tips when Tim is gone. Oh, we save them up for when Tim is gone. The tips come in. That looks juicy.
Come on.
That looks really good.
There we go. Okay. Last but not least.
Look at you.
Take a look at these legs and which ones are sitting nice. And be careful not to cut them all. I did that earlier today.
I just leave them. Let those back legs dangle in the water. Like, just rock the legs. More legs.
And you can always leave a little bit out there just in case the knot slips.
Yeah. See,
but that one looks
Josh
good
said
there.
that AA Ron has done this before.
A few times. There we go. And these back legs, they're way too long right now. Top hook length, hook shank and length as well, but I even like them sometimes a little bit shorter. But we're gonna kind of line it up with the bottom of the vise right here. And go snip. And snip. And that needs to come off just a little bit more. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And there you have it, guys. There is the Mop Hopper.
That is the Mop Hopper.
And now just make sure you got
That is the Mop Hopper.
a ton of this. Let's get these off so I can see. There we go.
This is it. This is the tip you want to be here for.
So If you're gonna fish these all day long or prep a bunch of these, you better go to the store and buy a bunch of this or any of your other floatants, because these flies will ShamWow that right up.
Yeah, it'll just like Sketchy said, it will suck the Bow River dry.
It'll suck it dry, but that is a mop fly that will float all day right there.
Oh, what you're saying is it's gonna suck the whole river dry.
Oh, and I forgot one last thing, guys. That front thread wrap, if you want, you can just take a dab of super glue. And I like super glue when you're dealing with foam over the bone dry, because I find that bone dry can sometimes crack the foam. So
speaking of cracking the foam, maybe Bad Joke Doug can crack a joke.
And there we go, guys. There is the Mop Hop. Beauty. Thanks for tying along.
Yeah, that is epically well done. So good. So good.
That does look good on TV.
I know. Like my hair.
Oh, I like that. That's when when they're eating. That's why you've worn that out. Because when they're eating, you can't figure it out. What
I know,
are they
right?
eating?
What fly are they eating? There we are, the Mop Hopper.
The Mop.
Great job, buddy.
Thanks.
Like, really awesome. And remember, we talked about how to get that fly in focus.
There we go. That's how we get in focus.
I love your hair.
That looks good, man.
So what we're going to do, because you're on a roll, is we're going to just, we're going to do beer 30 so I can have a drink. And then we're going to jump back in the Mop Sculpin. So
let's do that.
Get your Mop Sculpin. And here is the secret. Here's the secret about Flyingo tonight. Because our good friend Josh, who won Flyingo last week, because he had a captain clutch and because he was winning another captain clutch, he asked us to give the captain clutch to someone else. So tonight, if you win Flyingo, it's as good as having the captain clutch, because you've got a captain clutch. You just got to win Flyingo. You do not have to see the doors of doom tonight, no matter who you are. And if you win and you got the captain clutch, and we're just going to pass that captain clutch on to the next week's person. So that's just the good people we have.
It is. It's a pay it forward.
Yeah, it's Josh. He's a good dude. Really good dude.
Nice.
I don't know him.
Josh
other
paying
than
it
TNL
forward.
fam, but we are going to meet up. We are going to definitely. Once I get all my transplants finished.
Oh, you know what? I was talking with someone. Apparently, Turkey is the hair transplant capital of the world.
I'm going to Turkey.
Turkey is where you get that fixed.
I got to get that fixed. That didn't go well.
It's amazing where you hear useless knowledge.
No, it's not. All right, let's do some beer 30. We're going to come back. You guys get your Mop Sculpin mops ready, and we're going to try this Bow River Brewing.
It's Beer 30. Join Dana and Tim as they sip, savor, and sometimes suffer some craft beer adventures.
All right.
I think we should go back to the other mic. Can we do that?
I just like to see you try to you and Tim. It's so funny. You're like this.
Where am I?
It's my favorite time of the evening. So this is from our friends at River Brewing. If you've been following TNL for a long time, you know that we used to tie flies at River Brewing, and that's kind of the origins of TNL was River Brewing. It's just replays. It's
What's the score even right now?
2-2 going into the third period, folks. That's why we're going to tie this fly so you can pay attention while we're in the intermission. That's what I did. I'm playing around that.
I know your timing.
And YYC Ale, the River Brewing, 5% ABV, 18% IBU, and it's a blonde ale. Is it? Not a pale ale? Anyway, it's a clean, easy drinking ale, brewed right here in the heart of Calgary. Smooth malts, light floral hops, and a crisp finish make this the ultimate anytime beer. Great for sharing with the TNL fam, and it pairs well with any day on the water. Like a reliable dry dropper rig, this beer is smooth, balanced, and never lets you down. It's the ideal post-float beer when you're swapping fish stories and reliving the day's best takes. Anybody know where Cam is?
Is this?
Have you seen Cam yet?
No, I haven't seen Cam, but
Bad joke, Doug.
no, but the disclaimer that
You haven't read that before?
I've never seen that before.
Well, now
I've never
you have.
paid attention, and that's great.
And now you know. So, Bad Joke Doug said, where do pirates buy hooks? Oh, my goodness.
Where do they buy hooks, Doug?
The secondhand store. All right, let's give this beer a try.
Here we go. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's right up there with the last.
It's okay for me.
Yeah?
It's okay for me. Yeah. You know, I'm just like solid day nymphing.
Yeah?
But the Riverfest for River Brewing is one of my favorite beers ever. So it's not a River Brewing thing. It's just in my taste buds. It's good. It's good. It's decent beer. It's decent beer. Gosh, that Riverfest. What do you say?
I'm going to give that another 4. I could 4 that. Yep. 20-inch brown, trout on a size 22 midge.
34.
A beer worth celebrating. That's 2 beers worth celebrating tonight.
That is always. But Baking Cam.
Ooh. ASMR Baking Cam, round 2.
Let's finish off. Oh, yeah.
Let's
finish this up before we get into the Mop Sculpin.
This rolled goodness is coming with the chocolate inside. Oh, that looks like butter on brushing.
I think it's butter or egg wash or something.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Black Steak Bakery. Maggie.
It's
blowing our mind.
Oh, that's it.
Those look like chocolate croissants. How did you know?
I don't know. I just knew.
How did you know?
I don't know. You didn't even show me. It looked like the start of a croissant.
But you said you don't bake.
I don't, but I eat enough of them. I eat enough of them in the
How do you
summertime
know?
on the river.
Chocolate croissants, Black Steak Bakery. Wow. If you come back, if you don't leave, we're going to try them out right after
The Sculpin.
After the Sculpin.
And then one more beer and hockey.
Let's say hi to our sponsors.
And bingo.
Thanks to our sponsors. We love our sponsors. And then we're going to come back and try the Mop Sculpin. And then play Flyingo.
Bingo.
Flyingo.
Flyingo.
Innovation is in our DNA here at Fishpond, and this year we're raising the bar. From the brand new Storm Shadow line with industry-first weather resistance to new Nomad net models crafted for any application. Built for every mile, the entire line is crafted for the rugged demands of adventure travel to the ease of everyday angling. Head on over to fishpondusa.com to find a dealer near you.
Times and places are all in who you share them with. It's life, and the point is enjoying who you share it with. Joy is who you share it with.
Well,
All right. So, what do you want? Do you want the boom? Do you want this mic? Do you want that mic?
Yeah,
you
we
tell
want
me.
this.
It's
We
your
want-
show. I
we're
just
back.
work here.
No.
Joe
no.
Dirt.
I'm just
look at us.
Joe Dirte.
Look at us.
I know,
Look at
right?
this.
Just a couple of fly fishing guides with a tie-in show.
I should wear
On a
this more
Thursday?
often. I
You
should wear this more often.
If you went down the river in that daily, like, I think we should
I'll
just
wear my stripes and my hair and my. Great question by Mr. McKenna about. I believe it was Mr. McKenna saying, would Sally Hansen's. Mike Dumont. Sorry. A lot of mics here. Would Sally Hansen's eat the foam?
I don't feel
I
so-
don't
I
think
don't
it
think
would,
so.
but the best way to find out is throw some on a piece of foam and just leave it overnight and see how it goes, because that stuff eats squirmy worm.
Yes.
When Tim started tying back in the day, I said, bro, tie me up some squirmy worms pronto. And he handed me a whole bunch and in a fly box. And within about 4 hours, they were all disintegrated into jelly.
Let's just say UV sun destroys
and flies.
Like
One
at,
time,
at the end of the year, like when you go into the
why you gotta
squirmy worm
get 'em out,
compartment,
yeah.
it's
It's-
disgusting. It ruins
everyone
it.
thinks like a fly lasts forever. No, it doesn't. But
The Mop Hopper might last forever.
yours will. Super important, guys. Pre-treat your flies. Dip it in the Flyingo. The only tricky part is like usually when we do that on the boat, we just like cast it off. Because what it is basically I make my own floatant here, and it's a couple of products that I don't tell anybody about.
It's Dana Agra.
But it'll keep you hard for hours.
It works good.
It works good. Keeps the. So, anyways, basically, what it is just some sort of like fuel that evaporates quick. So, like basically, like you think of like Vaseline and diesel, and they mix it, and so it
Napalm.
emulsifies or liquefies the silicone product from the fuel. Because then when it becomes liquid and it coats the product or your fly. And then there's like a low, like, what's the stuff in lighters? Butane?
Butane.
So do you know how lighters work is when you hold them, the evaporation point or the boiling point of butane is so low that your hand heat causes it to go to gas form. And that's why it lights and gas and turns into fire. So basically that's what happens here is this silicone, because you guys know like you can get the gel stuff and you rub it on and it just mats your fly down and it kind of like turns into a disaster. So stuff like this coats it fully, and then when we false cast it or dry your fly or just let it sit there in the pre-treatment, is that it fully engulfs your fly in this hydrophobic silicone-like substance, whatever that proprietary substance is, which helps it repel water and float forever.
Actually, especially with that. And if I know like last year, if I knew I was going to fish certain foam patterns for a lot of the day, the night before I would pre-treat and set them aside.
Yeah.
And because it even recommends, like, if you can pre-treat them for 12 hours,
It has such a big effect on it.
so it was like, okay, I'm going to have like these 4 patterns of foam that I'm fishing the next day. I'm going to pre-treat them all late this afternoon or early evening. And then that way they're like set, right, ready to rock and roll. You don't even have to touch them the next morning. They're ready to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've had great success with just dipping my hopper in, pulling it out, drying it off, boom, and you fish on.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time the flies are lost, just like Doug Lindsay said. Flies don't last forever. At some point, they get eaten.
Yeah.
I think more flies get lost in trees than they do in fish's mouth. But let's tie. I got some new music. We're gonna up the tempo on this fly because the Mop Sculpin, and like Tim always gives me crap. First off, we gotta check in with Sketchy, and getting buggy with Dana. And well, let's go.
Dana, I gotta ask, are you absolutely sure you tied a fly? Because from where I'm standing,
Sketchy, what are you talking about? The Mop Sculpin's right here.
see, that's the problem. I can't see it. The thing blends in too well. It's like you just tied up a whole lot of nothing.
Well, that's kind of the point, Sketchy. You see, sculpins are bottom dwellers. They hug the riverbed, they use their camouflage, and rely on staying hidden from both predators and prey.
Dana, I don't even know how I'm supposed to fish something that I can't even see. The trout won't stand a chance, and I mean, this thing's basically a ghost in the river.
Ah, Sketchy, there you go again, thinking like a human. But fish don't see the way that we do.
Oh, great. Now you're telling me that fish have some night vision or some kind of fishy X-ray vision?
Oh, not exactly, but fish can see different parts of the light spectrum than we can. In deeper water, colors fade, reds and oranges disappear first, while blues and greens remain more visible. This is why the Mop Sculpin in olive and brown works so well. It mimics the natural tones that fish are still able to detect at greater depths.
So, what you're saying is that it's basically invisible to me. But to the fish, it's got a flashing neon sign that says, hit me, hit me, hit me.
Pretty much, and because it moves like a sculpin when fished properly, trout can't resist it.
Sounds like a little too perfect, Dino. Almost like fish got some kind of secret deal and special vision, and I didn't.
That's just nature, Sketchy. When are you going to stop comparing yourself with the trout?
Fine. But if I tie this on and I immediately lose it because it camouflages too well, I'm blaming you.
Oh yeah, that's the Mop Sculpin, as you can see from the sketchy skit there. It's a bottom dweller, and really fun to tie this on a jig hook with a tungsten bead, because that's going to drop down quick. So we're just going to talk a little bit. There's not a ton to talk about with sculpins, just kind of maybe just teach you guys a little bit about what they are. So the Mop Sculpin is a fresh adaptation of traditional sculpin patterns designed to sink fast, move naturally, and push water like a real bottom-dwelling bait fish. The origins of the Mop Sculpin trace back to innovative fly tyers who saw the mop like chenille, because this can be more than just the mop. You see the movement that it makes, and they realized that it would mimic this bulky, soft body of a sculpin. While the exact designer of the first Mop Sculpin is debated, this pattern is gaining traction among Euronymphers, I'm going to talk about that, and streamer anglers alike. The mop material absorbs just enough water to provide a natural fluid motion while keeping the fly from looking too stiff. Combined with a heavy tungsten bead and a jig hook, the Mop Sculpin dives headfirst into the strike zone, making it irresistible for trout, bass, and other predatory fish lurking near the bottom. All right, so it's important to understand that I see a lot of sculpin flies tied with like light materials, and they're not getting down to where the sculpins live. Now, fish aren't looking at this saying, that's not a sculpin. It's not at the depth of a sculpin. It's got to be fake. No, that's not true. But if we are trying to imitate something like a sculpin, well, we might as well fish them where they live. And ask yourself, what's a sculpin? Well, it is a bottom-dwelling species found in freshwater, saltwater, and the environments to which both exist. What role do they play in the food chain? Well, they serve as a high-protein snack for trout, bass, and other fish. So very important in the diet of those fish. So we might as well tie a few of them. Interesting, unique traits about a sculpin is they're masters of camouflage. They change color a little bit to blend in the surroundings, making them hard to spot. They got weird big heads and small bodies, kind of like the tadpoles. And it's just interesting watching them swim around. They got no swim bladder, so they cannot chains up and move up and down in the water column. But they do have a fast burst of speed, which helps them to evade their predator. Something like the Mop Sculpin, like we're tying with a big jig head, like the tungsten jig is just when you strip, it goes and then it drops quick, kind of acting erratic, just like the Sculpin itself. Why is this a great fly? Well, it's easy to tie. Not taking anything away from what Aaron's about to do, but it's fairly simple. Minimal materials. It's fun for Euro nymphing. Well, just like your Euro nymphing flies, you can cast it upstream and you can tight line this down through the bottom of the river, especially because it's a jig hook and that hook is riding up. So it's not always going to get caught on the bottom. And sometimes, like a wounded bait fish, they do just kind of bounce down. We talked about this last week, and that's super effective and a really fun way to fish streamers. Traditional streamer fishing, absolutely. The fast sinking ability is really fun to think about with this. But when you cast, you can't sit there and untangle the fly line from your reel because that'll be on the bottom. And that happens a lot with clients. So like I said, I don't have a ton about this, but just letting you guys know a little bit about Sculpin and why this fly and this pattern is going to be super effective. Without much further ado,
We are, once again, fabulous research there.
good to know.
Okay, so great little pattern we got here tonight. Real nice, super easy. Like Dana said, not a lot of materials. You're gonna reach into your kit there and grab. Come on, there you go. Grab that little pack. And we're doing this on a size 10 jig hook, slotted tungsten bead. We've really got 3 materials here. We've got the body, which is going to be on tonight, this nice chenille, malted chenille. We've got some gills that are going to be done with the red fiber, the sparkle
You can
fiber.
ask yourself, why are the gills on top? Well, actually, when this rides upside down as it should, the gills are... Yeah, there you go.
That's the way she's gonna be. You're gonna be tied onto there. The way that jig, the tungsten bead is put on there, it's gonna naturally want to ride that way. And then last but not least, we're gonna grab our hackle fiber for up at the head of the fly there. And those are our materials tonight. So without further ado, let's get started here. We will swap out mics. And we're gonna drop this one out. We'll reach into our fly tying kit. We'll grab that jig hook. And we'll situate it so we can get that bead on. All right, small end in. And then sometimes you just got to spin that bead around till it finds that slot to go up, right up to the hook eye. Okay, that looks pretty good there. A little bit of there we go. That's nice. It's in there good. Now what I like to do is, well, we're gonna switch out those. And I'm gonna spin that bead around until that slot comes up real nice and it's pushing right up onto that downturned eye jig hook. And that's what's gonna give it that weight to ride that way. So let's grab our UTC 140 in black, olive, brown, whatever color you got. If it was white, that would be fine. And all you do is wanna maybe, you probably wouldn't even need to Sharpie it, to be honest. And we're gonna build a nice little thread dam. Whoops. First of all, we'll get that started. I'll cut off that tag. And I'm gonna come back up to the eye here, or up to towards the eye. And I'm gonna build a nice little thread down. And make sure that locks in. Right there, perfect. Now it wants to stay. Okay, we're gonna come back now. A nice, generous coating of thread along that whole hook shank. And we're gonna come back right to about where the barb would be in the hook point. And once again, we're gonna need our super glue. Make sure you get that out. And let's grab our chenille now. And the first thing we wanna do is grab the good old trusty lighter. And we are going to just give it a quick little singe on these ends. And what that's gonna allow is when you're fishing this fly, it's not gonna start falling apart on you. And it's gonna keep all these fibers kind of mashed together right there. So let's just give it a quick little hit.
Sorry, Paul has a question.
Yes, Paul.
As you spun the bead there, what is the best way? Which direction should you do it?
As you spin the bead?
Yeah, which direction?
I would go either direction, but I know, like, you might as well just go one direction.
That's what makes you beautiful.
Yeah!
Just for you. All right, so once we got that all singed up, that's nice. Now, when you're fishing that, hit it real fast again.
Look at Cammy's here. Cammy's here.
Oh, hey, Cam.
Shout out to Cam. Still working. He's at the loading dock.
That's what happened. Okay, so we've got this into position. Now, how long should the tail be on this? I'm gonna say 2 hooks, 1.5 to 2 is probably a good length on this. We'll call it a micro sculpin.
Sometimes
with
I say
this chenille, yeah,
1.5, 2.5. You do you, boo.
yeah,
Make it long. Make it
There you
short.
go.
Like
sure,
right. Micro sculpin is what it is.
It's really a micro sculpin with this chenille that we have in our packs. Now, the other material that you can find a recipe for this is it's called a slush frizz, slush jelly frizz, and it is way bulkier, and it'll give you a much bulkier profile for this fly. But for us tonight and all of our kits tonight, we're using this stuff, so that's what we're going with here. So we're gonna measure this out to 2 lengths, probably 1.5. And I've kind of got that mine marked right there. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just a little bit of super glue and put it on the tail end there. And what that's gonna do is just help to secure this and keep it from spinning when we lock it into position. So there's 1, there's 2. Oh, see? Thread break.
Oh, your strong thread.
There it went. That's all right. We'll just come in with another one here.
We got commercials. We got lots of things to do.
We're good, actually. We're back in the game, just like that. And see, that super glue just held it right in place.
Just question quick. Jonesy said it's for everybody. Zap-A-Gap lid is brutally hard to get open, glued, shut. Any pointers for ensuring the glue doesn't close that lid? So Ziploc bag is a great way. It's just glue and it dries out. Here.
You know what?
Do you want your bobbin back?
No, we might just start over.
That's what happens. It is the micro sculpin.
You know what? Sometimes you just start over.
Burn it off.
You just
burn your thread.
You just burn it all off.
Don't burn your thread.
No, don't burn your thread. Let's start that again. That's what I love about fly tying is sometimes you just let's cut. Let's get a fresh end. That's good. We got UTC 140 here too. on the auto bobbin. There we go. Quick little melt again. We'll come back. Put a little dab there again. Measure out our 2. 1. 2. Locked into place. We're going to fold our sculpin material back over, and we're going to come forward. We're going to throw another nice little coating down on that. All right, so our thread's back up at the eye of the hook. And now we're going to come through with our material, and we're going to kind of palmer this all around, securing it on the hook shank with that glue. Nice tight wraps, one in front of the other to build that body up. And then we're going to do 1 wrap behind, 2 wrap behind, couple in front, and that should be locked in place. Here we go. All nice and secure. We got a nice tail. We built the tail right out of the body. Or we built the body right from the tail.
Magical. Just quick. Doug had a good thing to Craig's question was a little bit of Vaseline on the threads of the bottle. That's really cool
there we
to
go.
learn. Yeah.
I just thought I learned that now. Okay. Now we're gonna do our gills. So we're gonna grab our sparkle fibers here, and what you can do is take them out of the pack. You should have enough there for pretty much all your flies. This doesn't need to be super thick. When you can see how small we're dealing with that. If you do like it, make it a little bit thicker than what it should be, and I'll show you right here. I got a nice kind of generous clump, and we're gonna taper it off anyways to fit the fly. So you can take that material, kind of spin it together, or you can kind of break it apart and stack it on top of each other. And that should there, and that'll build up real nice. And you can kind of thin it out just a little bit. And we're gonna place that right behind the eye, or the bead. We're gonna do 1 gathering wrap, 2 gathering wraps, and we're gonna fold that over, and then we're gonna lock that into place. And you can pull on it, get any of those loose fibers out. And now we're gonna build a bit of a taper to these gills. So what I like to do is I'm gonna hold that up, and I'm gonna come in with my scissors, and I'm gonna start there and kind of work just up a little bit, and you'll get that nice kind of taper like that. And make sure everything's sitting on top nice. That all looks good. We got 1 material left, and we're gonna finish her off here. So let's grab one of those hackle fibers, and let's find kind of one of the best ones we got in there. And as we've talked, the last episodes, when we're tying in hackle, we're gonna have a shiny side, a dull side. We're also looking for that curve. And what we're looking for is with this, when we tie it in, it's going to give us that nice flowing back with the feathers. So let's grab that tip, because we're gonna prep this to tie in and preen everything else back from the tip, and we're gonna lock this in. Oh, that one didn't cooperate.
Am I allowed to foreshadow?
Sure. Dude, that would be an amazing. I think that's in a reunion.
That's a reunion.
I love my new haircut.
I know.
It's so good.
It is so good. Okay, let's try that again. So this feather is, there we go. That one was really brittle. Okay. So when you preened it back, we're gonna tie the shiny side on the outside of the fly towards you. And because we can already tell when it's in and it starts going, those feathers are all gonna wanna go back. If you tie it on the dull side in there, everything's gonna wanna lean forward, and that's not the presentation we're looking for on that. So we got that down. Let's put that in on the near side towards you. Let's take a gathering wrap. Now, if I want this thread, I can do a pinch wrap here, which is actually good. You can also spin the bobbin towards your vise, which will flatten thread for you and actually allow that gathering wrap to go backwards. And if you tighten up your thread or away from your vise, that's where the thread's always going to want to bump forward. And Tim talks about that lots with you guys, but just a quick reminder. The one way I like to remember it is spinning towards your vise, flattens your thread, and allows that thread to want to bump backwards, as you saw right there. So I did one behind that. I'm going to do one in front, two in front. That locks that in right there. And we'll just give that a little trim. We'll trim that tip out. Now we're going to grab our hackle pliers. And we're gonna do as many turns as we can get out of that. And after I tied that in, I brought my thread back up to right behind. So we're gonna do one. And as we're going around here, I'm kind of preening those feathers back, holding it really lightly. And with these hackle feathers that we got in our kits right here, you're only gonna get about 2. You could use some other long hen hackles, saddles, and you might get 7 or 8, which will really build that body up. There we go. We got those locked in. We're gonna throw in our little wit finish now. Where are we here? Right there. Before we do that, let's pull all that stuff back. We'll throw in, just build up a bit of a head here behind that, collar behind that. Let's throw in our wit finish. 5-turn wit finish. That's tight, that's good. It'll snip off. And we are going to, we can bone dry this actually, because we want to see our lovely girlfriend that we all wait for every week. So let's grab our bone dry resin, pull everything back, just a nice little light right there on the collar. One more underneath where we finish that thread up. Grab the UV, give her a little blast.
It looks really good, Aaron.
Kenny, thank you, Kenny.
It's nutty.
Nutty. Well,
Name
derived from.
It's just nutty.
And there you go, guys. There is the Mop Sculpin.
Sculpin.
Fish it on its own, fish it on as a little streamer, fish it under a big dry.
Yeah, big indicator.
You know, riffles, rocks, all those sculpin-y looking, that sculpin-y looking water.
Yeah,
right.
Which is everywhere.
Which is pretty much everywhere.
Why can't they be everywhere? They're sculpins. They're bottom dwellers. And guess what is in the river everywhere?
The bottom.
The bottom. That's a fact, guys. We got Flyingo to play.
There we go.
That's a fantastic. tie, double ties, 2 ties. You came in, you battled the broken thread.
I did battle a broken thread. Good thing we got backup around here lots.
So remember, this fly can be tied a lot bigger. This one here, oftentimes when we tie some leeches, so you can tie big streamers, small streamers, every streamer you tie can be tied in a bit of a micro, like we talked about, the micro sculpin. And those are really fun to fish under as a dropper. So under an indicator, under a hopper, late season, we fish tiny little micro leeches under a hopper, and those are really fun to fish. So don't get so stuck on things that they tell you on YouTube. But remember, we are the limiting factor in fly tying and fly fishing, because you watch somebody on YouTube and they say you can or you can't do this. And then you go out there and you don't try stuff because they told you that you can't. And I'm telling you right now, there's not a lot of rules in fly fishing, but that the rules the fish make, the rules that the fish decide, they do or they don't eat it. And I just find so many people have cold hard rules about what does or doesn't work. But if you listen to all of that, and hopefully here we can show you guys through vulnerability that we're learning too. We learned a great tip about Vaseline on the glue, and hopefully that doesn't dry it up.
Yeah.
But it is always a science experiment, a trial and error for you guys to kind of learn how to just kind of put it all together. So easy enough to do there. We got Flyingo. We got Flyingo.
And someone's going home with it tonight.
Yeah, someone because
the pay it forward.
Josh, who won a Captain Clutch sticker. I can't take myself seriously with this.
No?
New haircut. No.
It's a word. I think it's an improvement.
Round of clicks. Round of clicks for Aaron tonight.
Thanks,
Look at
guys.
us.
That was fun.
We're 4 minutes ahead of schedule.
Are we?
And
No way.
I don't know, but before we get into this, what I definitely want to do is
We got banking cam.
this.
Yeah,
I want
let's-
to get
let's-
in. I
let's
want
try
to try
one.
these out.
Let's try one.
That's the good stuff.
'Cause
That's what we're about to get into, folks.
Because we live off chocolate croissants throughout the summer. It's like flake. This is flaky as soon as you pick it up.
Okay, so what's highly recommended from Maggie
Yeah.
and her daughter?
Are you cutting into it? Or are you just biting?
Wait. It's the ASMR.
ASMR crunching.
You don't cut into this. You just crunch on it.
Just eat it.
So that we can hear the flakiness.
Oh, you go first.
This is Black Steak Bakery and the chocolate croissants.
I can already tell it's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be perfect.
Wow. That sounded so good. Oh, Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Oh. Just hit the chocolate piece.
Oh. I don't even know if you can be ASMR anymore. Maggie at Black Stag, you really outdid yourself.
Do you think that's the best part about tying?
Yeah, is with the dessert portion of the night. Wow. And it's just like this chocolate layer that sits at the bottom. You've got this butter-filled flaky pastry everywhere else. That's another 10 from Black Stag. Seriously, everyone, reach out to Dana. Or just Google Black Stag Bakery Olds and get your order in.
You're gonna have to wait. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go one more time. My mouth is so full. Remember that feeling when your frontal lobe is dancing?
Mm-hmm.
It's happening again.
Yeah. This is definitely not in the boat dessert. This is outside the boat dessert. Oh yeah.
Are you gonna see Kate anytime soon?
Mm-hmm.
I think you should take that other one for her.
I think so.
I think that'd be a great idea.
I think she would love that.
Oh man.
Oh, and
When you hit that chocolate.
did you get to the big chunk chocolate yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I gotta put that aside
Nope.
so we can get to Flyingo.
That's just free prizes.
All the peeps probably
Don't worry
are
about
like,
them.
these guys are eating again. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
What is that?
I'm going.
Absolutely pathetic.
Save some for my car ride home, maybe. Oh. There's the calls, guys. We got.
I'm just trying to recover.
I know. That's all right. I got the show.
I might need a cigarette.
You sit. Oh yeah. I'll pull out a dart for you. Yeah.
We took out the fire alarm, so dart up, folks. Get out your fly. You have a Flyingo card.
Darting's in season. Coming up.
Fishpond, Flyingo. Lots of prizes. Denver Fly Fishing Show this weekend. The Calgary Outdoor Boat and Sportsman Show this weekend. And March 22nd, I have 4 in Olds, Alberta. And Maggie, whatever we have that Thursday, Scot at Trax Pub is going to have a bunch there for the after party.
Perfect.
So, I don't know what she's going to make. Whoa.
Surprise.
I haven't eaten a full dessert yet on the show, but
that one was one worth it to put away.
Okay, deep breaths.
Okay, guys.
I don't think we're going to get to the third beer, but
No?
oh,
We might.
maybe I'll just pull it out and just try it, you know?
We'll pull
We
up the
never
third
know.
beer here. Maybe we crack it for the wins.
We're almost into K-pop. All right, you know what to do if you get a bingo. What do? You just got to put in bingo, call ID, and card number. I think they're... So it says call for bingo card ID, and you got to win all those prizes. It's guaranteed to go home tonight because of our friend Josh, who gave away a Captain Clutch sticker. So essentially, it's a pre-win. You've already won a Captain Clutch sticker. And this is the Salty Scot Caramel Scotch Ale, which I thought, you know what, might kind of go well with a chocolate croissant. So,
Post choco croissant.
Mr. Peanut Hopper, which Aaron's going to be back next week tying up for you guys. So we got 5 on the card there. Let us know if you got a bingo. Just say bingo.
We got the Bottle Spider, Frumpy, Metal Hopper. Actually, next week is the Metal Hopper. And then...
we have the Sulfur Soft Hackle, which is not there. We got 5 calls. We're going to add another call here because we can always go back.
Come on, bingo.
Top Shelf Hopper. All right, giving the Salty Scot a try for the Flyingo.
Ooh.
Oh, wait.
No way.
What?
What just happened?
Overtime? Oh, they're just showing. Guys, it's overtime here.
2-2.
Someone better win. Or I'm just throwing all the prizes in the dump. Next call up here is the Morris Boatman. So we got the
call 7.
Green Bottle Spider, the Grumpy Frumpy Green Drake, the Meadow Hopper, the Cape McLaren Wet Fly, Mr. Peanut Hopper, Top Shelf Hopper, and the Morris Boatman.
Gotta go. Someone's gotta cut bingo.
Oh, I should check
Still
over
no?
here. I have the YouTube open. Salty Scott is okay. You're right, Mike. It is just okay. I'd give it a 2.5. I'd give it a 2.5. If you got bingo, let us know, folks. Somebody's got a win. Sulfur Soft Hackle is call number 8. Sometimes.
Another one for next week.
And we don't have... Well, because we've been going so long, the Mop Hopper Quick Tie has just posted live.
Wow. That's the delay?
Yeah. Joel Sather right there. Scooter Tabor.
There
we got
we go.
bingos everywhere.
Let's go. What calls? Because we
Bingo.
got tie
Let us know,
bingos
guys.
here.
Call. Bingo card ID. Calls first, because if you get call 7, they get call 8. We also have call card
Call
is
8
24,
with
call
Tater.
8.
Scoots
also has Captain Clutch. Skull, call number 8. Sather, did you beat 8? Did you get 7 perhaps? Gosh, I'm still reliving
is
that.
it a tie-off?
Croissant.
Josh.
Oh,
Call 8.
He did not get bingo. My wife did not get bingo on card 109, call 8.
Okay.
That's okay. Well, thanks, Josh. Card 07. Okay, we do have a
We
tiebreaker.
do have a tiebreaker.
And that's going to be tricky here because I don't remember how to do this. Oh.
We're not playing one between 1 and 100 either.
All right, let's see if I know how to do this.
It's in there somewhere.
It's in there somewhere. I think I just have to go
That button.
tiebreaker.
If you guys could see what's actually going on over on that side. I wish I could live feed over in there right now. There's about 8 bazillion things happening.
All right, we got card 24 and card 87, both on call 8. Did anybody win it? Well, let's enter your numbers here. So we got card 87.
Yeah.
And
Card 24.
Card 24. Is there anybody else who wants to get in on this tiebreaker? This is guaranteed going home with Scooter Tabor or Mr. Sather.
Here we go.
Either way, you guys, I was one away. Oh, Lucas, card 77. So there we go. We just hang tight because nobody likes it when we screw up and we just hit go.
Are we going to verify these guys are card 8s?
No, we trust them. We just trust them.
Trust
This is just the way it works tonight.
Yeah.
I've been drunk dizzy on chocolate croissants. I don't even know.
We
eating.
trust the TNL fam.
Sometimes they're not right because I've checked their cards.
I know.
I will check them. I'm checking them over here.
It was like that. It was like that reel I sent
Hang on,
you
I'm
the other
checking
day
them
where
over
the
here.
dude yells out in the bingo hall and
Oh, yeah.
just brings out in the back row there, and no, there was no bingo.
Hang on, I'm checking the cards over here. Ching. All right, looks like everybody's on it so far.
They're legit.
Too legit to quit. I'm also live on the YouTube here. I do not see any more coming in. Just on the Facebook. Lucas has got a bingo. All right, guys, we're giving the countdown to 5,
4,
4, 3,
2, 1.
2, 1,
Spin it
0.
away.
Last call. Going out the window. Checking comments here.
I don't see anything else.
All right, we don't see anything else up here, and so we're about to hit go on this tiebreaker. This tiebreaker is very
2 weeks in a row, no wizard.
nerve-wracking. It's our first tie of the year, just so you know.
I know. And
All
I
right.
think the longest amount of calls.
Yeah,
Before
that's
before
true.
bingo.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And everyone was on 8. Nobody got a bingo before that. So, all right, let's go. Let's hit it up. Let's go. Andrew Bagley, close 1, counts and horde. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Hit and go. And the winner is 24 Scooter Tabor. Good deeds, goodwill, Mr. Tabor. Card number 24 is the winner according to the random tiebreaker in the game.
There it is, Scoot.
All right, Scooter Tabor, round of clicks.
You're going home with some great prizes.
I wish I could send you a chocolate croissant because that would be better than any of the above. But it's always fun to play along, and you can play along every single week for free. You just got to go over to our website and download a free Flyingo card. It costs nothing. And, well, because we have good people like Josh in the house who set up, well, Scooter also has a Captain Clutch sticker, I believe, and he would have won anyways. So maybe that sticker carries over to next week.
There you go.
I'll have to check with the Captain, the Wizard, and Josh, and maybe we will give Nutty a say in this.
I think like 2 weeks in a row not seeing the Wizard it's weird. It's weirdness.
It's very weird.
Isn't it?
But without further ado,
are we doing a profile on this beer or no?
Oh, you just throw it out there.
Were you going to bring up your beer cheat sheet to talk about it or no?
No, we're just going to head into the wins.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it was like a 3.
Yeah, I gave it 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Simmer down now. Calgary, we got overtime going quick here, guys.
We do.
So everybody can jump off the stream and watch the overtime and work on my hair transplants. Get a trip to Turkey. Would be great. But we don't want to minimize this part of the show, which is called
What's Important Now.
Wins.
Yeah.
Wins. See, Scooter passed the Captain Clutch on to the next person. So it looks like next week the prizes are going home no matter what. 3 weeks without the Wizard.
3 weeks, no Wizard. And
Travis had the Captain. Mike didn't have the Captain, and he got beat by the Wizard's daughter.
Wow.
That's kind of where things fell apart. But that's all right. That's all right. So anyways, what we do here, if you've made it this far, Mr. Ellison, happy birthday. Round of clicks.
Yes, there's Sean.
I know, I'm trying to figure out where the birthday scene is.
I heard
Today, or a couple days ago.
Couple days. It's birthday week.
Let me say
So
happy
it was great.
birthday.
And even Nutty gave him a shout out, I saw.
Hey, it's your birthday.
Heck yeah, Sean.
I'm sure Sean
Happy
enjoyed
birthday,
the
brother.
happy birthday from Nutty.
He did.
Yeah.
Sean has named a lot of things on the show, and Nutty is one of them. Oh, good stuff. Anyways, well,
What's
you're
Scooter
up,
talking
you're up
about?
first, brother.
Well, my win for tonight, and I was trying to think about this, and I think it's about being here tonight.
Yeah.
Is my win this week. I was kind of looking forward to it. I was looking forward because I knew even before TNL kicked off this season that Tim was going away. So fortunate enough to be invited to guest tie.
Earned your way back.
Fortunate enough to tie in front of all of our TNL fam again.
Yeah.
I had fun last year when Tim decided to go away for a few weeks, and it was great to fill in again tonight.
Beautiful to have you, buddy. You did awesome.
If you guys don't know, like the kind of the evolution to get to here,
Tell us.
it all started back in 2018. When Dana just was like, I want to start a fly tying Thursday night, and he picked a brewery, and I found him on Instagram from that fly fishing season, and he was like, Thursday nights, come to Caravel Craft Brewery and
hang out. Come
hang
on.
out. So it started out going there on a weekly basis, or when I could make it.
And talk about your first time just showing up. Like, you're going through a lot.
Yeah, actually, I was like going through a separation. All I had for fishing community was kind of my dad and one other buddy.
And that's
I'm
not,
like who
that's
I'm
not
like
to diminish that.
No, I'm like who like I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
But you kind of always feel like you want more community.
Yeah.
And if you weren't going fishing with those people, you're going fishing alone.
Yeah.
And just the stuff that you learn from other people and get to know. And I've always been kind of a social guy, so it was like, this is a great place to go to. So, you meet them all. You go week after week. You start to build some relationships. You start showing up a little bit earlier, and you help packing kits for that night.
How
They're
fun is
sorting
that?
material. Unbelievable. The greatest thing ever. And next thing you know,
you fast forward.
You're sitting here.
You take guide school.
You're guiding for Fly Fishing Bow River Outfitters. You're helping out with TNL, where you were just a guest before, and you've built this
TNL fam
relationship here on the water, on a mountain, with each other's families, and it's just
family.
It's just been unreal. So, cheers to you. Cheers to all of you, and I appreciate being able to tie for you guys, and I can't wait to tie again next week for you guys and be part of the show and cover while Tim's away. But love you all. Thank you. That's my win.
Super cool. That's big. That's a big win. It's hard to compete with something like that.
No, not at all.
But
Come on.
Wins aren't about competing. They're just about what's important now to you guys. And look, Trish is on here. She's about to get ready to head off to a race. Good luck on your race, Trish. We're all cheering for you. Although you're crazier than albeit, we're proud of you. We're excited for you. And
the
give
mindset for those ultra marathons is unreal.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And I think Tim and Ren are already off to the deep woods of New Zealand, and Trish is heading off to her race. So we're cheering for you there. Win of the week. I just think it's a couple things. The weather today was beautifully warm, and that just really changed the way things are. And before the show, Aaron kind of shared his win with me, and I got thinking about it. I just saw it kind of the win for a really long time is how lucky I am to have met Aaron. And I look back to the first videos. You can go watch it, season 1, episode 1, when Aaron's at the brewery. And it's just like to like literally the winter time of him convincing me to come outside in the winter and go climbing. And that was a dark place in my life, was going into that winter, because I was so afraid of the winters, and just because guide season is just so intense. It's people, it's awesome, it's outside, you got sun, you got river, you got your buddies. Every morning we get to sit and have coffee together with all the guides, and it's just a beautiful place. It's a beautiful time. Your soul is full. And the guide season just kind of ends and it's over. And my whole life has been winter with hockey, and I just was battling a lot. And Aaron's like, dude, just try it. Just come out, try this. And I just remember you invited me into your group, into your world out there, and I knew nothing. And I just saw it all that you've brought to my life, and I'm so grateful for you as
it goes both ways,
as who you are. The people that you get to serve in your boat, the fact that you come in here, and I know what it's like to tie live, and it's very scary. It's easy to tie, press record, press pause, record, re-record, do all those things, but when you're live and your thread breaks and you gotta just make it do, it's very hard. It's very hard, and it's you nailed it tonight. And my win is just you being here and just when Aaron's tasked with something, he doesn't take it lightheartedly. He goes and takes time to research, and he's so detail orientated, and he makes sure when he shows up, whether it's a guided trip or whether it's tying on TNL or whether we're going on a climb, he's ready for it. And I think that's such a valuable asset to you as a person, and more importantly, you as a friend, because I just cherish it. And so my win is just all that you are, and you know, hopefully your dad's in here, and the day that we got to spend on the boat together, like you don't forget those things of convincing slightly elderly men that that's the right side of the boat to fish on.
That's where the fish are. Put it there.
That's memories, and I'm
Lots
so
of memories.
looking forward and excited to this year together. The spring, can't wait to see your new boat on the water.
I can't wait to go for a ride in yours.
Yeah, and just this weekend, you guys come down and visit us at the Outdoor Boat Sports, whatever show it is, in Calgary, Alberta.
Outdoor Sportsman Show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Well, thanks.
Okay.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you. You appreciate me, and we're family.
Those croissants.
We're family, man.
We are fam. That's
Yeah,
actually
that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just evolved, become.
All
I
right.
mean, we already knew when, like, well, we didn't know, but when you grow up in the same neighborhood, but you don't know, but then you talk
and
about
we
it.
and we were both Silver Springs. We probably like fought each other.
Northwest boys.
Yeah, gangsters.
But we didn't know each other then.
I had full head of hair.
Yeah.
You had no mullet.
No mullet. Huh. And, you know, we probably played war against each other down in the gully.
Yeah. Wish we could go back.
What? Some days I wish
All right.
we could go back there.
Sean
Anyways.
Ellison had a great laugh this week, thanks to Nutty. Oh, well,
Yeah.
Nutty's always there for a good time.
I think everyone keeled over and wants a Nutty come out.
It's you.
Oh, okay. What do we got here? Who are we on?
Struthers.
We're
Right
on
in
the
middle
struts.
here.
Win this week. Making it through. It was a grind.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, you
See you
grind
tomorrow
away,
night.
brother.
See you tomorrow night. Mr. Clayton Wynn is watching some of the best hockey I've seen in a while. The shades of 2010 Olympics. Love watching all the talent. What a great Four Nations this has been. And it looks like the overtime's still going behind us. So I'm not trying to rush you out here, but
Well, we got Gary here. Physical therapy is going great on the shoulder. That's good to hear. Get that casted arm back going.
the torturing of
I have a great
PT.
team torturing me. Yep, you can let them keep working on you hard. Great to get back to more normal activities. Awesome, Gary.
Yeah, Gary, post more on Instagram. I love your posts, and you tag us, and it's fun to see. Ken, waiting for the week. It's warming up, so it means I go fish this weekend. I also got invited to a concert tomorrow night. Super pumped for that. Have a great night, everyone. Love you all. Mother.
Yeah.
Strother Brothers. Ken. Yeah, buddy. We'll see you guys there.
Chloe, watching the hockey game and TNL together has been the win for sure. Made for a great evening with the fam, both TNL and my own. Yes, Chloe. I hear you.
Mr. Adrian, awesome job, Aaron. I remember those brewery days and the birth of TNL. My win is our playground project got approved by the Calgary Parks Foundation Support Program, which is a huge win for the project. Head colds for the T-Bows, but we're all recovering well. Have an awesome weekend, everybody.
Awesome. Bags. My win for the week was watching my wife do her thing. We were on our way from home on Monday from a birthday party when we came across an EMR van that had a head-on collision with another car. It was an absolute mess. We pulled over, help out, called 911. It was amazing to watch her in her element, doing what she worked so hard. Filled my cup.
That's good stuff. You get to watch
is.
your significant other like in their element. And
Yeah.
unfortunate place to take place, but
That's But a proud moment of like what you're, what they do.
Yeah.
I know.
So good. Mr. Crap. My win is this. Thank you, everyone. Another win is a great friend in Campbell River. And floating the Sauk in memory in the morning with rad people. Man, this guy's always fishing and hanging out.
I know.
Like it's minus 40 out. Thanks, everyone, for tight lines and wishful thinking. We're here together, and I'm thankful for that simple gesture.
That's that island mild temps, man. They get it.
I know.
They just get days. Roger, win for the week. Enjoying the best snowfall we've had here this year. Nowhere we have to go, so we can just sit back and watch it fall. Nice.
That's all you can do. Andy. Win for the week. Went fishing for 4 days with Eli and some buddies. Cold as nutty. And the best win is the diesel heater in the trailer ran strong, and we didn't freeze to death. That's great. Family's healthy. Shop is busy. Weather's amazing. OQP LPCF.
Nice. Mr. Saz, win for the week, starting my next hockey season and getting ready tonight to head to Montana snowboarding. Beautiful little whitefish action going on, maybe. Also starting to feel better from being a bit sick. Go shred them hills, Saz.
Montana got lots of snow.
Yeah, I bet you they just got dumped.
Running rampant. Jill, my win is going to be Saturday when a fishing buddy and I are road tripping to a fly fishing gala. My shoulder's still healing. Recheck. I said redneck next week. Recheck it next week. Glad you're doing well. Struthers Brothers, Tamara,
grateful for a quiet week for this past week. Clients have booked me for 3 days of massaging horses next weekend, so I will catch TNL on the replay.
Priorities.
There we go. At least you're catching
Priorities. Well, looks like the comments have run out. It's time to end.
That's it. Let's get back to hockey.
Oh, they're going 20-minute and 5-on-5.
Yeah.
It ain't 3-on-3. And they might just go 20 minutes till it's over, folks. This has been season
Scoot's
7.
got one.
Oh, there it goes. Scooter. Yep. Win of the week, TNL and hockey tonight and spending time with the girlfriend. And he meant to say life can't get much better. But didn't he win Flyingo?
Yeah.
Gosh darn.
I know.
That wasn't in there.
So how is that not even in there?
That's quite a literal win.
I know, right?
Guys, my hair transplant plugs from Turkey are coming in soon. Go Canada, go. I often forget about it, and I look up, and I'm just like...
Maybe we should do a layover there in October.
I just want to take myself outside and kick my own ass. What
Cake.
flies? Why are they not eating Bruce's Midge?
That's
Go Canada. A healthy competition
rub
is
spot
great.
right there.
If you don't cheer for your country, I would think something's wrong with you. But the way it always works is we end this episode 8, season 7. We'll never do this again. This will be forever closed.
It will.
So if you do think about missing one in the future, just remember you'll never get it back quite the same. You can never be an integral part of it other than just to watch it unfold on the replays.
And just remember, if you found us for the first time tonight, Facebook, follow Fly Fishing Bull River Outfitters.
YouTube,
and if you
Fly
found
Fishing
us
Bull
on
River.
YouTube, Fly Fishing Bull River Outfitters, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit that little ding dong bell.
Ding dong, get yourself notified.
And it's not just Thursday Night Live videos that pop up there on the YouTube.
So many
Dana
fun
likes to
things.
throw little clips over the summer with 10 seconds of fish into a midge or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, just
those moments.
or
a lot of fun things.
or a nice
to keep you
or a nice
entertained.
butter brown coming out of a
Butter
net.
brown floating around.
That's right. So
When I remember that there's a YouTube channel, I will post to it. But for now, I'm Dana.
and I'm Aaron.
I do have a full head of hair somewhere. Actually, I don't.
Yeah, it's in the back 3/4.
This is a circle. The cul-de-sac. They call me cul-de-sac. That's why we love you guys, because you stick around with us till the end. Enjoy the game. Go Canada, go. And you guys are awesome. We love you. Great job tonight, Aaron. Phenomenal ties.
Cheers.
The
That was
chocolate
fun.
croissant was one to
Beautiful,
reckon
Max.
with. Maggie nailed it. 2 out of the 3 beers were great. Actually, all were good. All
Yeah.
were good.
Everything
Nothing
was
really
tasty,
a
actually.
dud. The Mop Hopper, the Mop Sculpin. We raced camels at the start of the show, and I didn't win again.
Flyingo prize is given away.
Scooter won the Flyingo.
The only thing missing was an empty couch.
The only thing missing was that
empty
couch. The lights didn't turn on the couch. Sad.
No.
Sad. But next Thursday, you feel free to come down on the couch and hang out with us.
We got the Meadow Hopper for you. We've got the
salt tackle.
Yep, salt
and
for soft.
we might bring back some year 3000. So catch up
There
on
we go.
on that skit so you know what we're talking about when we come to you guys with a little more year 3000. Oh, let's tune into the game. Love you guys. Until next time.
Thanks, guys.
Until next time. That's
Love
it.
ya.
That's all I have. Until next time.
Times and places are all in who you share them with, and it's life, and the point is enjoying who you share it with. Joy is who you share it with. And the weeks and the weekends are keeping close who you spend them with. And in time, what you find is the time is who you spend it with. Joy is who you share it with. Who you share it with. Who you share it with. Yeah, now it's a moment, and a home is who you share it with. I believe what the point is enjoying who you share it with. Joy is who you share it with.
Oh, that's the way she goes, folks. It looks like Canada just won. That's 3-2 Canada. Is anybody still here? No, maybe they're not. But that's Oh, Canada, we are the 51st state. Looks like everybody's gone. Yeah, Barry's still here. All right, well, that's awesome, but I think everyone's gone. We're doing our best. Hey, Paulie D's still here. Canada won. Look at this. Actually, what we can do is we can do something like, where's that? Right here. Hey, there's the goal. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Bing, bang, boom. Mr. McDavid. Oh, top cheddar. That's magic. We're going to get copyright infringement. If you stuck around, you would have enjoyed this. That's a win. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. That's so good. Well, we're going to go celebrate and figure out how to end. I've never ended it like this before, but until next time, we're out of here.